Hey, welcome to our podcast, Figuring It Out Together.
We're a group of young women here to give us and other young people a voice.
So let's get real and talk about issues like mental health, body image, relationships, and life experiences.
To talk and advocate on issues that not only affect us now, but in the future.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Figuring It Out Together. In today's episode, we will be doing a season recap where we just be reflecting upon our achievements and how far we've come over the past year. So I'd like to begin by playing a round of most likely to, and I'll start. So who's more likely to become a CEO of a company ranked amongst the top 100 in the world?
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, wow, okay. I'd say Leanne.
Yeah, I feel like Leanne.
Are you serious? I was going to say Anna because she's giving me like such ambitious vibes. I feel like she's going to be like an entrepreneur. Like, she's going to get it sorted. She's going to have her life together before all of us, really.
That's the plan at this stage.
I was going to go with Sienna.
Really? I feel
There's a mix.
I'm scared. We'll all be up there. We're all CEOs.
Yeah.
I was actually asking my friend today on the bus, and I asked him which career path do you think like I would be into? Which one do you think I would? And she said, I can't remember what she said, but she said, I see you high in society.
What does that even mean? Like just rich?
That's such a compliment.
I don't know. She said, I just see you like doing very high in society.
Wow.
Take it as a compliment. The best one you get.
At least she thinks highly of you. Sorry, that was a really bad pun. Sorry.
Okay, Leanne, you can go next.
All right. So, here's a good one. Who is most likely to be late to their own wedding?
Ooh. I feel like a beer.
I feel like a beer.
Sorry, a beer.
I don't know why. I just felt like it was a beer.
Maybe. I mean, it's going to be a South Asian wedding, so
yeah.
probably late.
Fair enough. Anna, what about you?
Guys, you put me on the spot. Both of you have such good ones. We're going to skip to Sienna.
Okay. Okay, who's most likely to laugh in the middle of one of our takes?
I think we already know this one's you.
Yeah, I feel like maybe Sienna.
I feel like we all laugh. I feel like
we all trigger each other. That's a problem.
Like
we don't even have to laugh. We just see each other smile and then we start laughing.
And like when listening, I feel like the people who listen to them, they can't see because but we look at each other through the Zoom. And sometimes when someone else is talking, we're all on mute, but we're like smiling and like something will happen. We're all like kind of laughing. And they don't get to see that. But yeah, I feel like
yeah, just one person starts smiling and then all of us are just laughing.
We all go spiraling, yep.
Yeah. Okay, Anna, back to you.
Oh gosh. Okay. What is this? Never have I? No, this is good. Wait.
Fire.
Yeah, it's likely.
All I can think about, and this is so morbid. I'm so sorry. Is who's most likely to like get into a full-on car crash? Don't know why that's the only thing in my head.
Honestly, I thought about that too.
I don't know.
It may be me. I don't know if that's really self-aware of me or if that's just I know that I'm a dangerous driver. But
oh no.
One or the other. No, my problem is I'll be like in a car crash, but I'll be so calm and collected about it. I've actually had like because I'm still on my L's because I haven't had a chance to drive around because of COVID. But we were driving to I think Sydney. I think Sydney we were driving to over the holidays. And there was this huge like truck coming. It was on the freeway and there's this huge truck behind me. And the truck was speeding up, but I was trying to stay in the speed limit because this is still like scared Leanne who will not go like a single point over the correct speed limit. But the truck's speeding and I don't know if you guys have seen, but like trucks, it's harder for them to brake than for cars. So the truck can't move, you have to move out of the way. And this truck's honking so hard and it's like
Oh, I'm
blaring.
so scared.
But for some reason, I'm totally zoned out. I don't know what's happening. I'm just listening to my music and chilling. I'm like
Oh my god.
screaming at the back, what's going on there? And then I see this truck right behind me, and I like swerved into the other lane. And I was like, oh, okay, my bad. Let me just turn real quick, right back. And the truck's right there, so I can't get out, and the car's coming right at me.
Oh my gosh.
And
thank
it's just this whole thing. And me in between, I'm just sitting there just humming my song as if nothing's going on. So I nearly died, but I was living my best life, so I'm okay. Yeah.
As long as you're living your best life.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, can you believe it? We started this all from a women in leadership program.
I know.
That's so crazy to me. Like, who thought, like, I genuinely thought that would just be like a 6 or 8 week program and okay, that's it. Like, see you later. But like,
Exactly.
I think we've been doing this for 2 years now.
Yeah, pretty much. We've known each other
Yeah.
for 2 years now, and we've never met. I think we should point
Yeah.
out to everyone listening, a lot of us haven't met because we'd done it all through COVID. So it's so crazy how like close we've gotten and never having actually met each other.
Yeah, that's so true. Like, I feel like we know so much about each other, but like we've never seen each other in real life.
Yeah.
That's
I think we'd meet up every Monday.
Do you reckon if we were to see each other in real life, would we recognize each other?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, surely. I hope so, because like we've seen at least like the torso of everybody. We're just like looking for legs and can't recognize people.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, that's like within the span of like 2 years, we've already brainstormed so many episodes, already recorded like 10 episodes, and more to come, hopefully, fingers crossed. But that's so crazy. We've achieved so much in like such a little time.
I'm
Congrats,
so
guys.
proud of us.
Pat on the back. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
In case any of our listeners were wondering, Leanne was college captain of her school this year, and Sienna and Anna are going to be college captains next year, and I have applied. So just, if any of our listeners were interested in joining one of our programs hosted by the City of Whittlesea, I think I just want to say it would be a fantastic opportunity since we do have a 100% success rate, I can guarantee.
Just a quick plug. Just a really quick
I'm just being
plug.
honest. Why are you laughing?
Love that.
Oh,
No, I am so proud of us. And I feel like we've all grown a lot as well, like through doing these podcasts. And just because it's been really almost 2 years, like to see that progression and like the way we've changed and grown is it's amazing. I like just to come back and have that constant Monday meet is so nice. And like to look back on is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
it really is. I listen to like the old podcasts because some of my favorite ones, like the friendship and the parenting one,
Yeah.
because I love the ones that I get so heated in, like so into it.
Yeah.
But now I listen to it, I'm like, I could have just articulated that a bit better. I have my points here.
But yeah, no, I feel like with the very first ones, we were also formal. We were like, oh, it has to be so strict. Like, we
Yeah.
have to keep to this time. We have to move on. We don't have a lot of time. But now it's just like, oh, I don't know, just chill. But yeah.
Yeah. I think we've grown closer as well, just like more comfortable with each other, which is good as well. So, yeah.
Guys, what's our,
Definitely.
like, speaking of, like, getting close with each other, what's our, like, most, I don't want to say intimate, but, like, I think the most open weekly episode we've put out. Like, which one would it be? I'm thinking possibly, like, the friendship one.
Yeah, I was
Maybe even the parents. Because that goes
Yeah.
into, like, our lives personally, right?
Yeah, I think friendship or maybe even mental health. Yeah, self-love as well.
Self-love. Yeah, that was a good one too. Yeah, we went a lot into like our own like habits and things, and that was pretty cool. I feel like
Yeah.
this podcast is like an excuse for us to get to know each other better.
Yeah.
Like we're just
For sure.
it's just us kind of like having first, second, third dates with each other just online via podcast. But yeah.
No, it's been really good.
Yeah.
I personally really like the environmental one about climate change because I feel like in all the other podcasts, in all the other episodes, it was us like kind of raising awareness to whoever wants to listen to our listeners, but then in that one, it was specifically us kind of being like the listeners in a way.
I think
That was so cool. Like, I feel like that kind of made it real for us because we were like interviewing someone who wanted to be a part of this thing that we created. And it was just such an amazing experience. Like, yeah, I will always remember that. Like, how it was just so, like, not business like, but it was so, I felt so proud to be a part of it and having, like, see it, like, kind of the evolution of, now we're interviewing people. Like, it was just so cool.
Yeah, and I personally learned a lot from that. Like, oh my gosh, what did he say? Rudolph said something about, oh yeah, putting cling wrap into a ball before you throw it out. That was new news to me. That was life changing.
I literally said to him, I was like, "You're meant to do that. You're meant to recycle cling wrap."
It was very smart. He is very
He is, yes, and he recently won Young Citizen of the Year.
Yeah.
In Whittlesea, yeah. So congrats to him. Shout out to him.
Yeah, if you're listening, congratulations. We're very proud of you. Should we
go to next?
Should we talk about that? How sometimes, like, when the conversation comes to a halt, we all just stop for 2 seconds and wait for one another.
We just look at each other. We're like,
Yeah, we're like, are you gonna go? Because that probably gets cut out in editing, and you can't see our faces, but that happens so often.
You know what's so crazy though? That's kind of like, I feel like that's a very like a physical interaction thing we do, because normally if we were sitting in a room together, we would kind of like, there'd be like small gestures you make to be like, okay, you go next, but we're all kind of just like gesturing at the screen, so we don't know who we're really like talking to.
Oh, I didn't even realize we do that until you just said it right now. Yeah.
It's so crazy. Like, who are you talking? Like, we're trying to like suggest a hint to someone to start. We don't know who it is because we're just looking at the
I
screen.
could be looking at Leanne and Anna's.
I can't tell.
I'm looking at her. Like, it's just so. But yeah.
Yeah.
wait, one other thing that was like, whoa moment because of this podcast was when we got our photos taken.
Oh
in-
yeah.
Oh.
For the local scoop.
Yes, that kind of made it all real. That was like, okay, this is 15 minutes of fame. Let's make the most of it. Like,
Yeah.
but that turned from like 15 minutes to like, oh my gosh, weeks of like people being like, you're in the magazine, and like,
Yeah.
oh, you're getting a promo, congrats, this, that. And I feel like just getting that kind of messages from random people from the community being like, oh, I saw you in this, congrats. That kind of made it all real. Like, wow, there are real human beings listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah.
Yeah, and that whole experience of having the photographer come, and he was so nice as well. And I think like we were all like messaging in our group chat, like, are you guys like wearing makeup? What are you wearing? Like, it was so
I remember Leanne had her tin before me and I was not ready. So I was like, Leanne, please take your time, stall him as much as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was definitely a highlight of our year. Just for the listeners, we were just told that the City of Whittlesea CEO included the photo in his staff forum last week, which that is just mind-blowing.
that is so
That's
cool.
crazy. Wow. But guys, we made it.
Yeah.
We've made it to the top 100
Wow.
already. This business has made it to the top 100.
I feel like we should also like extend our thanks to Holly and Sally. And I feel like our
100%.
listeners, they wouldn't even know them. But this whole podcast, all of our episodes are made possible because of Holly and Sally. And they're in every single one. They're like in the meets with us, and they help us through all of it. So you can't see them and you've never heard them, but they make everything possible. So thank you, Holly and Sally.
In fact, they're listening right now.
Guys, but what would we want for our listeners to get out of this podcast? Like, after finishing this year, what would be our message to our listeners? I feel like
Personally,
we've
it
just
would be-
covered so much. It's so
Yeah.
hard to just summarize into one small thing.
And I think something I've learned from this is just jump into anything you see. Like not anything dangerous, but opportunities.
Nothing illegal.
Yeah. But just jump into it. Like, even if you think, oh, I'm going to be like judged or something, like, no, because your difference will work out in the end for you. Like, look at this. We're part of an all women's program, and now we've made a full podcast.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking
This
of
was such a
something
shot in the
very
dark. Yeah.
Yeah. I would say that, if you're ever given the opportunity to, maybe get out of your comfort zone, maybe challenge yourself a little bit, and take it definitely.
Yeah, I think even just like the stories that we've all told about how we got into Young Women's, the leadership program, is just so crazy. Like for me, it was just so random and it was so like last minute. My decision to just be a part of it was so last minute. And to think how it like kind of changed my life a little bit, like having this podcast, making these friends, like these episodes, having this experience and opportunity. Like it's just so crazy to think that that small decision led me here. And of course, like us girls as well. It's just so cool to think about and amazing, really.
And that's such a testament to life in general, because like you never know what little decision will take you to big places, or what like huge decision would just make such a little impact on your life. So whatever it is, I think definitely just do it anyway. Shoot for the stars. What's the saying? What's it like? Shoot for the moon, because you'll land among the stars. And
Wow.
like,
Oh, that was so
got it.
emotional.
I've just got Hallmark quotes just stored in here. It just spews out like a vending machine. Yeah. But yeah, no, definitely. It was such a shot in the dark, but look where it took us. Yeah.
I think this one's going to become my favorite episode we've done so far.
Yeah, I can't wait to listen back to this.
100%. Yes.
Guys, what's a school cap experience?
For me, the way I got involved in first the Young Women's Leadership Workshop, I don't know. To this day, I don't know. My mom doesn't know how I got involved. I just remember getting sent the link. I think it was sent to my mom, and I missed the first meeting, and she told me, she's like, you just missed something like really important and everything. And I was like, oh, it's fine. I can just watch it later, because I thought it was a webinar. And then I remember the second week I joined in. I was late already. I was like, oh yeah, there's just gonna be like an easy like a webinar, and I was just sitting there with on my phone, and then one of the hosts, Jan Sue, her name is, she just opened her mic and she's like, Abia, can you please, give us a welcome, introduce yourselves, and yeah, that's just how it started.
Yeah, I think my experience is the same as Abia's. I missed the first. I don't know why, but I've missed the first meeting, and I came to the second one. I thought, oh, they've already done the icebreakers. They're probably all really like well connected and they know what they're doing. Probably are like best friends, and I've missed out on it. I was like so defeated. But I got in and you guys were like so welcoming. You're like, hey, welcome. And it just felt like you guys were talking to an old friend. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. I love that. But no, everybody was so hospitable and they were so welcoming, and it was just a nice energy. Like it was great environment. Yeah.
Yeah, no, personally, if it wasn't for lockdown, I don't think it would have ever happened. Like being in lockdown, being like, oh, I have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
So like, this is the moment. I don't have to like think about what other people around me and stuff. So I just sent the email back. I got it from my school. They like put it out, and I just emailed back saying, I'll be interested. And he sent me the link, and quite happy about it.
I think I should also point out how good that group was, like the group of girls that we had with us. And I don't know if any of them would be listening, but we just all clicked, I think. Like we were all really close, and just everyone had such amazing like opinions, and we had really good discussions. And I think like that in itself helped us, or inspired me to like do this as well. So yeah, it was.
That's so true.
Yeah.
I think just being around people that didn't necessarily have the same mindset, but still had the same passion for being opinionated, I guess, and like having like voicing our opinions. I think just being around that kind of inspired us and motivated us to do something about it.
Yeah, and that atmosphere is so amazing when there's so many, like, people so passionate in the same like environment. It's really amazing to see, actually, even just to think back on.
So not many of like the other people from the other girls from the workshop volunteered for this one. So for the podcast one.
Yeah, I still not keep in touch with, but a lot of us followed each other on like different socials and stuff. So it's really cool that we even kept connected even after like the program finished and stuff. So that was really good.
Yeah, and I think not only for us, but I mean, like, of course, we've gone on to this podcast after the workshop, but others have also gone into the Youth Advisory Council, which is great as well. So it's just proof that it doesn't have to end with just a 6-week program.
Yeah.
There's so many more opportunities after just a simple workshop. But yeah.
I did get my braces off today.
Can we talk about that?
Oh,
Oh my
It looks so
gosh.
weird. Like I'm looking at myself and I'm like, what is
Guys,
that?
yeah, adding on to the achievements, not only are we still captains next year, she's also got her braces off. Wow.
but she has
congrats.
a full year 12
so
glow up
proud.
happening.
Yes,
Thank you.
she's got the whole glow up. You have to get most likely to best transformation. You have to get that next year. Be
Oh,
most
yeah.
likely to game. Yep. Yes. But no, what are our big plans for next year? So you guys are going into year 12. Any wishes, hopes, dreams?
It goes smoothly.
Yeah. I'm
And then I'm
hoping
not
there's no
behind.
lockdowns and stuff like that. Like I think
Yeah.
we're all just hoping it's kind of a normal year. But yeah, I'm very excited. And Leanne, going out of high school. Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah, I think it's the same wishes and hopes for me as well for next year. I think having orientation and things for uni would really suck to have it online, but we'll see where the year goes, and who knows, maybe fingers crossed it'll happen face to face. So yeah, I think we're all thinking the same thing. What are your subjects for next year? Are we going into a specific field or just kind of testing out everything?
Well, me personally, I'm doing a mix of just science, maths, and like commerce.
Nice.
Like 2 routes, medicine or like accounting and business. So that's my train of thought. Anyone else?
So I thought Abia was gonna go. I'm still figuring out what I really want to do, but I did literature, media, English, math, and psychology. So they're my subjects. I don't know. I just chose really what I was interested in. So we'll see. Hopefully next year I figure it out.
I'm doing like a lot of maths and physics sort of subjects, and then a bit of health, so psychology and health on the side. Yeah.
That's really good. You guys are going into like the sciences and the maths, so surely that means success. Surely. Who knows? But yeah, that's really cool. But I think we mentioned this earlier in the episode, but we have the 3 girls, Anna, Sienna, and Abia, going into either leadership positions as school captains or leadership, well, any really position. What are you guys hoping to get out of it, or what are you expecting from it?
I'm really excited. I think it's a mix of like excitement, and I'm a little bit nervous as well. But I think even for my school, like the student council they chose, it's a really good group of kids. So I'm really excited just to work with everyone really closely, and just like, I don't know, even though it's really stressful, like having that extra added responsibility, I think I'm mostly excited about it. Like just to be back at school, interacting with people, having to work with people. I'm actually really, really excited for that. So I'm hoping it'll be a really good year.
I went for it because, given the past 2 years, I feel like, we seniors have missed, and you especially, Leanne, have missed out, like, on the full high school experience, literally 0 events, 0 excursions, everything, so that's why I went for it, because I want to, bring back, like, a lot of events and incorporate a lot of, like, I want to actually change the school and, like, bring in more stuff, yeah.
Nice, love it. Anna?
Yeah, so I like with what Sienna and Abia said, like I'm excited, but like, oh, public speaking, but that's fine. But yeah, I'm with people that I'm actually like friends with, my co-captain, like we're great friends. So it's going to be a lot of fun and I just can't wait to take on this leadership role. Oh, I have a quote. Wait, everyone calm down. I have a quote. It's the one quote I've written down. Give me a minute.
Oh, good.
So we're just like finishing off.
Yeah, I was gonna
This
say
is
something.
the quote.
It's just missed my mind. Go for it.
Now I feel awkward reading a quote.
Do you want to just like say what you just said before and then kind of like go into it? If that makes it
That's
easier for you to.
I don't remember what I just said, so I'm just
Okay.
gonna read the quote. So we're gonna finish off with some inspiring quotes or remarks that we have, and mine currently is that no one's going to like something different, but different will work eventually.
That's
That
so
is very
true.
inspiring.
Yeah.
Who wants to go next?
Because
Because I'm not prepared. I didn't have a quote.
Well, are we all going? I thought it was just one quote. One quote.
No, I said we all making remarks. and quotes.
Okay, I do have a folder saved on my phone titled quotes, and then we just.
That's-
Let me just do a
prepared.
quick scroll through Pinterest. Just find some old Tumblr quote.
No, literally.
But I was gonna say something. Now I've forgotten. It's just slipped my mind.
I think to conclude, the last thing I want to say for this season, if you can call it that, I don't know, is that to the people listening, like we said before, I think just take every opportunity that comes your way because you just don't know how it's going to change your life. And I think if not for Young Women's Leadership Program and for Holly and Sally, who gave us this opportunity to do this podcast, we wouldn't have made such close friendships and had such amazing experiences and been able to grow and change because of this podcast. So I think if there's one thing I wanted our listeners to know, it's that if ever given an opportunity, take it and really, really embrace it.
Yeah, as you were saying that, Sienna, I just remembered something Abia said earlier about me missing like the full Year 12 experience and kind of missing out on that school experience. But I think we were all talking about how we've missed out on so many things this year and the past years. But I feel like, you know, we've maybe missed out on like Year 10, Year 11, Year 12 experience. But we've also kind of, in a way, we've gained the ISO experience. Like we've fully experienced isolation and remote learning and all these things. And I think in a way it's kind of been a blessing because we've seen the worst. It honestly could not, I don't want to jinx it, but it honestly could not get any worse than this. It's kind of prepared us for anything that can happen. And I think it's just kind of made us stronger individuals. So I think we could go into next year just having a positive outlook and kind of feeling like, yeah, I can take on the wheel. We got this. It's fine.
Grateful
So-
for what we have.
Yeah.
Yes.
And proud of ourselves as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. So I think we can definitely just stride into next year knowing that we can handle anything. Yeah.
What I want to say to all the listeners and ourselves is it might come off as a bit harsh, but it's essentially if you don't fight for what you want, don't cry for what you lost. And what I'm trying to say is that, you know, in the end, we always regret the actions or like the opportunities which we didn't take to keep, I would say, you know, keep challenging yourselves, keep, again, like I said before, getting outside of your comfort zone, and you will find that you are capable of many, many things.
Oh, the writer always takes it away. Like she just blew us all away. Damn it.
I know. I was trying to write it down quickly. I was like, I forgot the first two words.
I hate to be crying. No, but yeah, what she said is 100% true.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would call that a wrap. So that brings us to the end of our season final of season 1 of Figuring Out Together. I hope to all the listeners out there, I hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed making it for you. And I'd just like to sign off by saying happy holidays from all of us.
Bye.
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 Wait, should we do that again? Should we go like 3, 2, 1? And then...
Sure, all together. Coordinated.
Okay,
Wait, but what about the delay? Like we'll all be delayed, right?
I think it'll be fine.
Okay.
yeah,
let's
with
try it
the
out, let's try it
editing,
out.
I think it should be fine. Yeah.
Can I just point out our bottom thing of the name is Figuring It Out Together, growing up as young leaders. And we've literally just lived that out. Like we're literally growing up as young leaders now. Because you're all leaders now. That's so crazy.
So proud of us.
Yes.
Thanks for listening. Hope we inspired you. Can't wait for the next one. This podcast is proudly supported by
Baseline for Young People and the City of Whittlesea.